We invited all those young, brilliant people to discuss with us the topic of the urbanization in a new world to come. We entered a millennium, and we all know that to come to a sustainable world needs to come first to sustainable cities. And that's easy to say, but difficult to implement. And therefore we are discussing not only in one direction, that we are teaching to young people, but we hope also to have some feedback to learn what is their experiences in construction of buildings in cities, how can we do it in an environmental friendly, energy saving, resource saving way.
Well, the participants are quite amazing. I mean, this is a very carefully selected group, 400 applications, 35 people selected. They're from countries all over the world, every continent. And as somebody pointed out today, a large fraction of them, more than half, are people who are from one country but working in another country. So it's a very unusual and stimulating group.
My expectations simply are to meet people from very diverse background, because like I said that I'm a lawyer, but there are lots of people like say who are architects and scientists and economists. So if you have to work on this problem, it makes a lot of sense to get their perspective.
This is one of the few places for people who are starting in their career, not fresh students, to come together and to just have some space to think, learn from each other, connect with each other across disciplines, backgrounds, professions that would never otherwise connect out of common interest. So I think this is probably one of the most important types of education.
It is about time to bring together what we call complexity science, which is more or less physics, pure physics, together with what we call sustainability science. Can we use the method of complexity science for solving the problems of global sustainability? We should have a better feeling about the complex issues involved in what we might generally call global change. It's not just climate change, it's many other things. Forests disappearing, sea levels rising, cities growing. Clearly, that's one of the foci of this conference here. So we should acquire a better understanding of what planet Earth is all about. It is possible to shape the future for the young people and also for the sake of the young people. And I think this event here can provide an extra motivation for that.
The main point here was to understand the relationship between transdisciplinary research, where you engage with stakeholders from the beginning as an iterative process between the researchers, the research community, and this large community of stakeholders that may be involved.
My concerns particularly comes from the perspective of an architect, urban planner, environmentalist. So yeah, I'm really interested in the sort of synergy and the output we can have at the end of the summer school. It's a very good idea. I really subscribe to their vision.
I think they'll take home a sense of optimism that something can be done, a network of colleagues that they can draw on, and a much broader perspective than the one they came here with.
They're very engaged, active, interested, and seem to be really wanting to use this summer school as something that makes a change to their thinking.
I learned a lot, and it's always very enjoyable to learn in this form of discussion rather than lecture. I mean, lecture is also, of course, very important to study a topic in a thorough way, but in this way of discussing, we really use the human resource here that we have in the summer school.
The last 2 weeks have been very, very interactive, very interesting. The lectures have been very compelling. I just am overwhelmed by how much I've learned and how much I've experienced. People from the private sector, from Siemens, from Munich Re, as well as speakers from non-profits and NGOs in India and also in Bonn, who work with cities and cities that are working on sustainability globally. So it's just been really a comprehensive overview of sustainability, energy, environment, climate change, and urbanization.